My name is Jennifer Pereira. I have two outlets at the moment. One in Sampaloc Site 2, BF Homes, Parañaque, and the other one is in Fourthstate, located also in Parañaque. I was not into business before, but I used to work in a cruise ship. I used to work as a receptionist who handles like embarkation, disembarkation, procedure like in a hotel inland. A few days before my husband left last 2014, we were actually investing into a coffee shop. But then again, our partner decided to cancel last minute. And we wanted to be able to start a business right away. So we did online checking. And then when we check your website, the first thing that impressed me was you always have this mask. You know, you always have this mask before. I mean, you have like these flowers, you have the priest, you know, and that really got my attention. So I decided to get in contact with Dadas. First of all, I always wanted to do food business because I always believe that when you do food business, it's always gonna work regardless. But of course, you will also have to invest into something that is affordable and that can easily be there all the time. And of course, after reading all those things about Dadas Litson, then I said like, okay, this is the right business for me. Yes, because of course, if I have to pay royalty, it will cost me more, right? So I think that's one of the reasons that I choose Dadas because of that. On my personal opinion, I think Dadas is putting more effort in doing that. Of course, there are a lot of competitions, and in order to compete, you have to spend. And in order to spend, you have to do a lot of marketing, which will also help me as a franchisee because if people knows my product, it will be easy to sell my product. Of course, there are always challenges along the way. You know, when we started, we had like problems. But of course, I really appreciate that despite me being so pushy and sometimes very, you know, I want things done like tak. I think I respect and I have a high regards of Alina being always so down to earth, you know, like always like, you know, Miss Jen, you know, and of course I always believe that it is important, you know, it is important to be able to survive with my business. So I guess it's perfectly good. Like I said a while ago, we had a problem first on our first outlet in BF with a problem with the chimney because it was so smoky on our first day. Like there was even a person who was complaining next to us because we were standing next to an RTW outlet. So the lady was like really fuming mad. But of course, as always, Miss Alina was there. And I don't know how she handled that. I was just very far from her, watching her. I was like, I will not be able to handle this kind of situation. But her being there, it was resolved. And of course, the problem with the chimney later on was resolved as we cannot stop the operation during that day. But it was resolved a few days after. So it was perfectly okay. If there's one thing that I want Dadas to improve in general, I would like them to improve communication process. You know, follow up on things, you know, because I understand that you are becoming big, you know, Dadas is becoming big. And of course, when you become big, there are a lot of works for everybody. I guess communication, like, you know, to communicate, you know, follow up, you know, because that's important. But other than that, I always have their support. So no problem really. Yes, definitely yes. Because if I'm not happy with Dadas, I will not be planning to put up more stores than what I have right now. So yes, I am very happy. Very important. It is very important in a sense because of course, if you don't have a good relationship with your franchisor, you will not get support. And the support you need to be able to have your delivery on time. You need their maintenance if you have such problem when it comes with your maintenance. So I guess it's very important. It's very important and essential to be able for the for my store to run. Otherwise, it will be a failure. Yes, definitely yes. At the moment, I have 2 reservations, and they are currently looking for a location for me. But I plan to put up like 10 or 15 Dadas Lechon, because I want to be part of that. To 1,000 in 2024. I want to be part of that vision of Dadas, and I want to support that as well. Yes, actually the other day, I think 2 weeks ago, I sent a message to Christian Cinco and told him, what do I get a percentage if in case I have a friend who I can recommend to do franchise? And he said yes, of course, because one of my friend who happens to order one of my pork belly said, I would like to invest that to Dadas. I said like, yes, you may, but not in Parañaque, as this is already taken. And she was like, okay, not in Parañaque. Yes, definitely, I will recommend, yes. First of all, I would recommend that they have to do hands-on with their business. They have to know what's going on, from starting with the business permit and everything, in order for them to understand that it's not an easy responsibility. You know, because for me, I thought it was easy. You know, I let everything to Dadas. And then, of course, there are things that I was like, surprised. Was like, oh no, do I have to do this? You know, like, oh my goodness, I have to do this. So I would really suggest that they really have to, from the beginning that they are there, you know. And of course, they can always count on Dadas if they plan, and I encourage them to franchise Dadas, that they will always get the support that they need whenever they want it. They just have to send a message, and that's it. As you can see, I already have two outlets at the moment, and I also have 2 reservations, and I'm planning to put another 10 or 15 in the coming years. And of course, the reason why I'm doing this is because I know my product is very good. I did go out my way to interview customer myself and ask for their feedback, whether the quality of my product is good, excellent, or according to their satisfaction. And all of them, like 99% of them, said our liempo is crispy and juicy. Our chicken is crispy and juicy and delicious and always fresh. So yes, please, I invite everybody to please join us to be part of Dadas Lechon. Once again, I am Jennifer Pereira, owner of BF Homes and Fourthstate branch in Parañaque. I am a proud Dadas Lechon franchisee. Sa Dadas Lechon, sarap saya ng pamilya.
Dadas, sarap saya